Have you ever found yourself totally thrown off by something tiny, like someone not texting back or a weird tone in their voice, and then you thought, why did that hit me so hard? Or maybe when you are stressed, you shut down completely or overreact in a way that even surprises you. So almost like, when children are afraid, it's like a little kid, just took over you. So if you ever felt like that, you're not crazy and you're not alone. What you are feeling might be your inner child, a part of you that's still carrying pain from the past and it's trying to get your attention. So, what is this inner child many people are talking about? Of course, it's not just some fluffy idea from Instagram. In psychology, especially in approaches like ego states therapy or schema therapy, this inner child is a real meaningful part of who we are. So it's the part of us that holds onto early memories, emotions, and beliefs. The part that still remembers what it was like to be small. And here's the thing, your inner child carries your joy, playfulness, creativity, but it also holds your fears, shame, and your unmet needs. So when we don't address those early wounds, that hurt child can start running the show even when we are all grown up. So let's go through 5 signs that your inner child might be wounded, and then I'll walk you through a few practical ways to start healing. So, number 1, you are terrified of being abandoned, even when there is no real threat. So, you get really anxious when someone pulls away. You need constant reassurance. And even when you get it, it still doesn't feel like enough. That's often your vulnerable inner child talking. Maybe as a kid you had inconsistent care, or maybe you were emotionally neglected, and now your nervous system still reacts like the same little person who was scared of being left alone. Number 2, you have intense emotional outbursts and then you feel ashamed. So maybe you lash out, you snap, you cry, shut down, and afterward you're like, my God, why did I lose it over something so small? So that could be your angry or impulsive child mode. When kids grow up without emotional safety, so maybe they weren't allowed to express feelings or their boundaries were constantly crossed, they carry that pain into adulthood, where it bursts out in ways you can't always control. So deep down, you feel like you're not good enough. This is number 3. If deep down you feel you're not good enough, even if everything looks fine on the outside, you carry this shame, like as if you were a fraud, like you don't deserve success, love, or even happiness. So that's your wounded child again, the one who internalized harsh words, criticism, or conditional love. And even now, those old voices might still be running in your head. Number 4, you sabotage good things without even knowing why. So let's say you finally found a healthy relationship and then you start picking fights, or you get an amazing opportunity and you procrastinate until it slips away. So for a wounded inner child, happiness can feel unsafe. If you grew up never knowing when the rug would be pulled out from under you, joy can feel like a trap. So part of you tries to protect you by pushing it away. Number 5, you struggle with boundaries. You say yes when you mean no. You don't want to upset anyone. You feel responsible for how other people feel. You always put their needs first. That's a classic sign of a child who learned that love had to be earned. Maybe you learned that to be accepted, you had to perform, please, or hide your feelings. If any of this sounds familiar, I'm going to share 5 exercises to help you tune in and reconnect with your inner child. So, of course, they'll take some time and intention, but that feeling of deep self-connection and unconditional love, it's absolutely worth it, trust me. So you can use these practices when you feel overwhelmed by negative emotions, or simply build them into your morning or evening routine. And over time, you'll notice something shift. Your inner child will start to feel safer, more joyful, more understood. Very important thing, it's not about blaming your parents or getting stuck in the past. It's about meeting yourself with compassion and becoming the loving caregiver you might not have had back then when you were small. So, here are 5 powerful practices that can help you start reconnecting and healing. Number 1, inner child dialoguing. Find a quiet spot, close your eyes, picture yourself as a little kid, maybe 5 or 7 or whatever age comes up for you. What do they look like? What is their expression? Now gently speak to them like you would to a scared, hurt child. You can say things like, I see you. You didn't deserve what happened. You are safe now. And then let your inner child respond. You can journal both sides of the conversation or just sit and feel what comes up. So, why it helps? You're building a relationship between your adult self and your child self and offering the care and attunement they might have missed. Number 2, safe place visualization. So once again, close your eyes. Imagine taking your child somewhere completely safe. Maybe a cozy blanket fort, quiet forest, sunny beach. Picture yourself, the adult, sitting there with them, comforting them, just being there with them. Why it helps? This calms your nervous system and gives your inner child a felt sense of safety. You can return to this place anytime when you feel overwhelmed. Number 3, emotion-focused journaling. So each day, write from your inner child's voice. Start with things like, today I felt, or I wish someone would, or what I need is, or what I needed is. Then switch roles and write a response as the adult. I hear you. You are not alone. I am here for you. Why it helps? This builds emotional awareness and replaces the inner critic with a nurturing, supportive voice. Number 4, reparenting routine. So pick one small thing each day that feels loving and caring. Make yourself breakfast, like you're caring for someone you love. Put on soft music at night to help you sleep. Buy yourself a small gift, well, just because. Ask yourself, what would a kind, loving parent do for me today? And then do it. Why it helps? Well, over time, these acts build trust. They teach your system, your nervous system, I'm no longer abandoned. I'm here for me now. Number 5, setting limits with compassion. When your inner child wants to lash out or binge or run, pause, breathe, speak gently but firmly. I know this feels scary, but I've got us now. We don't need to do that anymore. Why it helps? Well, this strengthens the adult part of you. You're learning to set loving limits without shaming yourself, just like a healthy parent would. Here's the truth. Your inner child is not broken. They are just hurt. And they've been waiting maybe for years for you to come back for them. You are the one who can give them the love, the safety, the care they always needed. Well, not perfectly, just consistently, with presence, with patience. Every time you show yourself kindness instead of criticism, every time you pause instead of spiraling, you are healing. And your inner child, they deserve that. And so do you.